Decorum, delegates! Welcome to CARMUN.
Check it out!
Are there any motions on the floor?
In order for a delegate to proceed with his or her point, he or she must be recognized by the chair.
Point of order. I recognize the delegate of Burkina Faso.
After being recognized by the chair, a delegate may call a point of order, which is used to introduce a motion.
Motion to enter debate on topic 002.
That is in order at the moment. Are there any other motions on the floor? I recognize the delegate of Australia.
Point of order, motion to enter debate on topic 001, animal rights.
Most statements, such as opening a resolution and entering voting procedure, can be classified as a point of order.
That is in order at the moment. Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Seeing as there are none, we will now proceed with voting procedure. All those in favor of entering debate in topic 001, animal rights, please raise your placards. All those against? All those in favor of entering debate in topic 002, ensuring environmental sustainability, please raise your placards. All those against? We will now be entering debate in topic 001, animal rights.
We will now be opening debate on topic 001, animal rights. If you would like to be added to the speakers list, please raise your placard high.
Delegates wishing to speak must do so by following the instructions of the chair. In this case, the delegates were asked to raise their placards. All speakers on the speakers list must come to the front of the assembly and make their speech, after which they will have an opportunity to answer any questions from other delegates.
Canada, Pakistan, Colombia, Spain. Now, the first delegate on the speakers list, Delegate of Canada, please come up to the podium.
Here in Canada, we believe that all living things should be treated with dignity and respect. This includes animals and humans. So yes, animals should have rights because they have the right to live.
Thank you, Delegate. Will you be accepting points of information?
Yes.
A point of information is a question that is directed to the current speaker on the floor. Each point of information can only be used to ask one question, and the speaker on the floor may refuse to answer.
How do you propose we implement these solutions?
Well, we can spread like propaganda and stuff to like stop animal testing and like to stop people from promoting animal cruelty and testing stuff on animals.
Thank you, Delegate. Moving on to the next person on the speakers list, could the Delegate of Pakistan please rise?
I, as Pakistan, believe that humans are much more important than animals. We believe that humans are top priority. We do not believe that any funding should go towards taking care of animals because human lives are far more important. We also believe that animal trading and farming is totally okay, and that animal testing is okay to further the research to better the life of humanity.
Thank you, Delegate. Will you be accepting points of information?
Yes.
Are there any points of... I recognize the delegate from India.
Is it not a fact that quite a large percentage of your population are vegetarians and actually worship animals?
Yeah.
Is it not a fact that quite a large percentage of your population are vegetarians and actually worship animals?
Actually, no. A large population of our country is actually Muslim, and we do not worship animals.
May I have supplementary?
Granted.
On some occasions, delegates may request the chair to grant them a supplementary in order to clarify an answer given to a point of information. Supplementaries are requested after the answer following a question and are granted solely at the discretion of the chair.
How do you propose to find funding for this kind of materials? You are a developing country.
Well, we're planning on monopolizing off the animal trade, essentially. provide a great deal of money to our country, and it provides food as well. So.
Thank you, delegate. Moving on to the next person on the speakers list. Could the delegate of Columbia please rise?
As a delegate of Columbia is actively against
Point of personal privilege.
A point of personal privilege may be motioned if a delegate is experiencing physical discomfort during the assembly, such as not being able to hear the speaker or not being able to see projected text, like a resolution.
I recognize the delegate from Canada.
Can the delegate please speak up?
Speak up.
Okay. As a delegate of Columbia, we are actively for the practice of animal rights. While already condemning, fining, and imprisoning those who commit acts of cruelty against animals, Columbia is currently seeking to heighten prison sentences to more than 3 years and increasing fines as well. There are laws in place, example Law 5 of 1972 and Law 84 of 1989, and hopefully there will be more in the future. The government participates and promotes the OIE's, or the World Organization for Animal Health Standards and Practices, and reports not only for animal protection from cruelty, but also animal health, which helps to prevent and control some diseases. Though in the past we have struggled, we now stand as a nation ready to change our perspective.
Delegate, your time is almost up.
And in the fight against animal cruelty.
Thank you, delegate. Will you be accepting points of information?
Yes.
I recognize the delegate from Zimbabwe.
Delegate, I understand that you have tightened your prison sentences, but how will you ensure that animal rights, that all animals are granted the rights that they deserve?
Well, we're going to, with the increased prison sentences, we're going to make sure that these people get put in longer and the effects are longer.
But how can you guarantee that?
Well, how
Delegates, this is not a cross debate. If you would like to ask for a supplementary, please do so.
Can I have a supplementary?
Granted.
So how would, that still doesn't answer the question as to how you would ensure that all people treat animals the same should you tighten your prison sentences, but will you be taking further actions with NGOs to ensure that all companies don't use animal testing?
At this point, we're not at that level to be able to stop companies from using that, just because we're not in the financial state to say that we can't use animal testing. But we're trying to go from the base so that we instill in people's minds that it's not okay to treat animals badly, and that if animal cruelty does persist, there are consequences to actions. But for further action, we would ideally we would like to confront companies and start into the process of speaking about stopping animal cruelty.
Thank you, Delegate. We will now be opening Resolution 001.
A resolution is a paper that outlines the background information regarding a certain topic and provides suggested actions to be taken to resolve it.
Submitted by Canada, seconded by Denmark. Canada, could you please rise and read your resolution?
Recommends all member nations to partner with non-governmental organizations to regulate animals in global trade. A. Requests nations to develop animal protection officers in areas where animals must be protected and monitored, such as fisheries. B. Applauds the United States of America's effort to protect animals and raising awareness of animal abuse through organizations such as PETA and the Humane Society. 4. Strongly condemns the poaching of endangered animals for food, luxury purposes, or profit. 5. Decides to remain actively seized in the matter.
Thank you, Delegate. Could the Delegate of Denmark please rise and say why they seconded this resolution?
It was an easy decision for Denmark to support seconding this resolution, especially as it so closely coincides with our own foreign policy and that of the World Organization for Animal Health. Many of our legislations follow OIE's regulations, including our Animal Welfare Act, that closely ties to Canada's proposed resolution. It is because of these close ties to the ideals of Canada that we have decided to strongly second this resolution for global consideration. We closely follow the resolution in our own animal welfare policies on points including condemning the killing of endangered species for any reason, the need for tighter security and harsher enforcement of hunting in legally protected reserves, and share the alarm at the massive number of animals being used and killed for laboratory research. Denmark has always been a major supporter in animal welfare, and we believe this bill will further the support of animal welfare globally.
Thank you, Delegate. As there are amendments, we will be voting on them. The first amendment was submitted by the Republic of Ireland and has been deemed friendly by Canada. Could the Republic of Ireland please rise and state your amendment?
Further reminds the People's Republic of China and other member nations to stop requiring animal testing on all imported cosmetics.
Thank you, Delegate. The next amendment has been submitted by Zimbabwe and it has been deemed unfriendly by Canada.
Zimbabwe, could you please rise and read your amendment?
Request member nations to allow the hunting of endangered species for the purpose of cultural delicacies.
Thank you, Delegate. Are there any points or motions on the floor? I recognize the delegate from Nigeria.
Point of order, motion to vote for the unfriendly amendment.
That is in order at this time. Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Seeing none, we will now move into voting procedure. Security, bar the doors, please. We will now move into voting procedure. All delegates in favor of Amendment 6, please raise your placards high. And all opposed? This amendment clearly fails. Are there any other points or motions on the floor? I recognize the delegate from the Republic of Korea.
Motion to enter voting procedure on the resolution as a whole.
That is in order at this time. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Seeing none, we will now move into voting procedure on the resolution as a whole. Security, please bar the doors. Could all delegates in favor of Resolution 001 please raise your placards high? And all opposed? This resolution passes. Thank you, delegates.
Check it out!